Hey there, happy thoughtful Thursday. I hope you're doing awesome. So, a little bit of tough love coach coming at you today, a little bit, but here's what I'm going to say in the nicest way possible. You're allowed to feel how you're going to feel, but you still got to do what you need to do. You can feel how you need to feel, but you still got to do what you got to do. So, here's what I'm going to tell you is like, not every day do you jump out of bed like, yay, I can't wait to work out. People say, flip that mindset. You get to work out. And yes, I believe in that mindset shift, right? And that works for a lot of times. But sometimes you just need to give into your feelings a little bit, acknowledge them, and then push through. You put on your big girl pants and you push through. Right? So like, for example, you wake up and you're like, man, I do not feel like working out today. I really just don't. And you know what you can do? You just can say to yourself, you know what? I acknowledge that feeling. That's a real feeling. It's because you're tired. There's a billion reasons why, but I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to accept it. And then I am going to do what I need to do. And then you can get into that other stuff. Like it doesn't have to be a perfect workout, just modify when you need to, but you need to do what you need to do. And it's one thing with the workouts, right? But it's a whole other thing with the nutrition, but it's still the same thing, right? So, if we are going in and you're like, oh man, I always use a glass of wine for me because it's relevant for me, but you can always substitute whatever it is, sweets, fries. Well, fries are not bad, but like McDonald's fries or processed food or whatever it is, right? So like, for example, if I'm at a time where I'm like, all right, it's really time for me to lock this down. And I get into the habit, right? Of like sitting down with dinner, having a glass of wine. It takes that edge off. I love the taste, all the things. And so I'll acknowledge to myself, yep, Kat, I know you really want a glass of wine. You're mad. I'm mad. I can't have a glass of wine, not by anyone else's standards, but by mine, to take care of my health. I'm reminding myself this is for my health, right? So I acknowledge it. I just say, yep, I get it. I get that you're mad about that. I get that you want a glass of wine. I acknowledge that. But you're going to do what you need to do. First of all, one of my favorite mantras, I am a woman of my word. So if I have said to myself, hey, I'm not drinking this week, we're not drinking this week, right? And again, you put on the big girl pants and you say, you know what? I am absolutely going to do what I need to do. And that is to make sure I'm locking this down, make sure I'm taking care of my health, right? So it's kind of just a way for you to acknowledge feelings. I think sometimes when we deny our feelings or we are pretending that we're not having them, that's when we go off the rails, right? Because you're just like, F it, I don't care, right? And the reality is, if you just kind of acknowledge it and you're like, okay, I see that and I recognize it, I acknowledge it, but now I know exactly what I need to do. I'm going to acknowledge that feeling and then I'm going to move through it and I'm going to get it done the way I need to get it done. So I hope that helps you in some small way today. You're allowed to feel how you're going to feel, but you have got to do what you've got to do. Okay? Mwah.